The Catholic Morning Show.
Good morning, one and all. 15 minutes after the hour, and the Catholic Morning Show is here for you as we get things moving on a Monday. I'm Bo Bonner, your host. Got Deacon Mark helping us out. Ayden, Pugh, and Alexia Baker, all of us doing our thing, pitching in, making it good to go. On the second half of the show, we're going to hear from Danielle Finnessy, Faith Formation Coordinator for the Diocese of Sioux City, talking about the 2026 Turn Conference. But right now, we're going to turn to Max McLean.
Turning now to our next guest, he is the founder and artistic director of the Fellowship for Performing Arts, a New York City-based production company whose mission is to create theater and film from a Christian worldview to engage a diverse audience. Welcoming to the Catholic Morning Show, Max McLean. Good morning, Max.
Thank you. It's great to be on.
Well, you're here to tell us about a one-night performance coming up here in Des Moines at the Hoyt Sherman Place, Saturday, March 7th. It is a theater production of the Screwtape Letters. So we've got a well-read audience, dare I say. But for those who maybe are unfamiliar with the Screwtape Letters by C.S. Lewis, give a quick overview of the book itself.
Yes. Well, good. It's C.S. Lewis's Screwtape Letters is about spiritual warfare from the demon's point of view. It focuses on this high-ranking demon in hell who is teaching this novice demon on earth the fine art of tempting an unsuspecting human on earth. So what we get is spiritual warfare from the devil's point of view.
And why did you choose this particular work from C.S. Lewis or from any of the potential books that touch upon this topic? Why did you pick this one for a theatrical production?
Well, actually, we our theater company, Fellowship for Performing Arts, we produce theater from a Christian worldview meant to engage a religiously and intellectually diverse audience. And so we do a lot of productions in New York and around the country. And a theater professor at Drew University, a small liberal arts college in New Jersey, saw some of our work and really liked it. And in an email exchange, he suggested that I would make a really good Screwtape. And I didn't know if that was a compliment or not.
Right.
But
I was going to say that could be interpreted a couple different ways.
Yeah, right. But he had an idea how to do it, and I said, well, if we get the rights from the C.S. Lewis estate to do it, we'd have a go. And that was 20 years ago. And the reason I emphasized 20 years ago, because we did it, and I really did think it was going to be a relatively short-term project. Like many projects, you work on it for 6 months or so, you do a run, it has whatever level of success that it has, and then you move on to the next project. But this one just captured the imagination. We had a 10-month run in New York City at the West Side Theater. We had a sold-out run at the Park Theater in London. It's had 4 national tours. It's a show that's really captured the imagination of audiences around the country, and we're looking forward to bringing it to Des Moines. We've been to. I think we did a show at Iowa State. Iowa State? Back before COVID.
Yeah, it's just north of Des Moines here, about 30 miles.
Yeah. We did a show there before COVID, but that would have been our only visit to Iowa. So we're really looking forward to coming to Des Moines to do this show, and I'm really grateful that there's very few tickets left. It's doing really well.
Well, we'll hopefully get those sold out here before the end of our segment here today. And you definitely got the stamp of approval from the C.S. Lewis Foundation, receiving an award for them for lifetime contributions in faith and dramatic arts. So you got their approval, but this has also been across the nation, sold out shows. Over 600,000 people have seen it. Why do you think people are so drawn to this particular production in this story?
I think it deals with stuff that that is very deep in our hearts, good and evil. Why is it? What is it about the old story, of temptation and the Faust story, and how we turn away from the Lord. I just feel like that's an everyday experience for so many people, and they want to talk about it, but they don't really have a place to really ponder it. And that's why I think that theatrical interpretation gives you kind of a safe place to spend 90 minutes contemplating on something very, very serious. We must not be ignorant of the devil's schemes. He masquerades as an angel of light, and therefore we have to guard our hearts, put on the full armor of God.
Well, that is. I'm sorry. I was going to say that's one of the things.
Those are the kinds of things. Yeah.
Oh yeah. I'm sorry. I just was going to jump in to kind of piggyback on what you were saying. There is that even C.S. Lewis, talked about how it forces one to sort of wrestle with their own place within this story, and how they've even been tricked in certain ways by the devil. So I'm really looking forward to seeing how you guys do that from the theatrical presentation of this. And I want to ask you, because C.S. Lewis himself had difficulty in writing the particular book because he being in the mind of the diabolical. Did you find similar difficulties in creating the theatrical adaptation of this, in trying to bring out this sense of evil within the story?
Not in that sense. The reason Lewis had such a difficult time with it is he was being rather transparent about his own battles with temptation. In fact, that's, in many ways, the success of the book is due largely to the fact that Lewis was being so transparent about his own battles with temptation. It's veiled. But he says, people say that I needed to study long years of moral and aesthetic theology to write the Screwtape Letters. He says, I have a much more reliable source, my own heart. I need no other. Showeth me the wickedness of the ungodly. So he was very aware of his own penchant for falling into the devil's schemes. So he wanted to help others fight it like we're supposed to fight it. So I think it was difficult. He said that in order to get into the mind of Screwtape, he had to be all dust and itch and scratch. But it's in playing it, it's a different set of tools that don't necessarily hit you the same way.
Well, as we say, the book itself causes some introspection. I'm sure the production itself will do the same thing, but it's also a fun production. What will people expect when if they're able to attend this upcoming performance?
Yeah. Well, obviously it's theater, so you want it to be entertaining, engaging, really capture the imagination. You want that, and we work very hard to get that. But because of the subject matter, you want it to be it is convicting material, and I think we want some of the audience to sort of experience that level of conviction about their own lives. And in some cases, and we've experienced this, it's a life-changing experience.
Awesome stuff. This is going to be a great performance, folks. You're not going to want to miss it. It's at the Hoyt Sherman Place, Saturday, March 7th at 4 p.m. And you can visit the box office at 1501 Woodland Avenue between 10 a.m. and 5 p.m. Monday through Friday. Call over there. Let's get this show sold out, because I have no doubt that it probably will, because of not only C.S. Lewis, such a popular author. This is a topic matter that, again, I think applies to all of us. Max, I want to say thank you for your commitment to this work of bringing about performing arts through a Christian worldview. How can people learn more about the work you guys are doing, and maybe upcoming performances and work that you guys will be doing?
Absolutely. I would send them to our website. In this case, it would be screwtapeonstage.com, screwtapeonstage.com. And when you're there, you'll see our full national schedule that we have. We're all over the country, so if you see it in Des Moines and you have friends elsewhere, you can let them know how to get tickets.
Very good. It's Max McLean. He is the founder and artistic director for the Fellowship for Performing Arts. Again, based out of New York City, but creating theater and art from a Christian worldview to engage, like you say, a diverse audience of people. Max, thanks for joining us here on the Catholic Morning Show. We'll look forward to seeing you here in just a few weeks.
I look forward to coming.
Very good. You. God bless you.
Listen to the Catholic Morning Show weekdays at 7 a.m. Central on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network, iowacatholicradio.com, or the Iowa Catholic Radio app.